Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Sheldon, and this is Behind the Enthusiast. First video of 2025 is going to be Harley-Davidson's carryover models. We're going to be starting off with Grand American Touring models. So nothing else, no trikes. We're going to save those for another video. And to be completely honest, I'm a little bit confused, I suppose you could say, as to why we only have 6 models in total. So we've got the Grand American Touring models. We have 3 of those, and we have 3 trikes live on the website right now. So I'm actually going to show you guys the website and show you how it's laid out and how we're missing a few families, if you will, within the lineup. And so Harley is slowly rolling things out. Obviously, these are carryover models, so no major changes. Obviously, we're going to have new offerings of paint, which I'm going to discuss in a minute. And so keep that in mind because, again, we are talking about carryover models. We don't have all the other groups. We have the Grand American Touring bikes, which consists of the Road King Special, Street Glide, and Road Glide. So first up, Road King Special really hasn't changed a whole lot, and it is one of my favorite touring models because, as you guys probably know, or if you've forgotten, I don't really like windshields, and with me buying the Pan Am, I'm beginning to warm up to windshields the more I ride. Well, when I was riding, my hand is still not the greatest, still mending. And of course, we're in the winter right now, so I wouldn't be doing any riding anyway. But the 2025 Road King Special is going to be coming in at $31,399. Compared to last year, it is an increase of $900, which is pretty reasonable. Now, it's still all blacked out. The body styling on it is still the same. Hasn't changed whatsoever. Vivid black and billiard gray still available, and keep in mind the billiard gray is the base color, and vivid black is going to cost you guys an additional $625. And the third color, I think last year we had 4 colors available, so one less color option for us. We have Whiskey Fire, which was not available on this model last year. So summing things up on this model, we've got the security and cruise control are still standard, and the transport fee is $1,000 now, so I believe that is what they typically call the freight fee, and that increased by $50. So not too bad overall. And I think the paint prices have stayed the same, so I think we're good there. And to be completely honest, I know some people are probably going to think, well, why wouldn't they change it? Why wouldn't they upgrade it, from the Rushmore setup to the Skyline setup? And to be completely honest, I think, well, I don't really know why they're doing it. Maybe they're just holding off because, the only thing you can really change on is the bags. The bags, the tank, and the fairing. Maybe they're planning to change the fairing a little bit, that freight train nacelle, which I personally really like. So I don't see them really changing a whole lot. And this is one thing that I want you guys to keep in mind. Anybody who does not like the brand new bikes for whatever reason, you can actually buy the Road King Special and put a Batwing fairing on it, right? You could technically also put the shark nose fairing on it as well. So you could always spend a little extra money on one of these bikes and just kind of convert it over. And you have the older look if you're not ready for the new ones. So keep that in mind. Now, moving on to the Street Glide, that one is coming in at $34,299. And we are seeing an increase of $2,300. Now, again, just a reminder, Canadian funds, and I don't think that's too unreasonable. I was watching Matt Laidlaw's video, and he had reminded us that compared to the previous year, so back when we had the 117s in the Street Glide ST and Road Glide ST as well, when you actually compare those, we saw a huge decrease in the price when you actually compared them apples to apples. So the math still works out on it. We're still getting a really good deal right now. These bikes were a lot cheaper, and it was a little bit of a struggle to actually sell the older models, so the ST models, because you were getting the same size motor for a lot less. Obviously, you had the brand new setup, Skyline operating system, but you know, with all those added features and you know, same motor and everything, you know, why would you spend more money for an older model? So he reminded me of that when I watched this video, so I'm reminding you guys as well. Keep in mind, chrome trim, obviously this is one of those basic options. We've got billiard gray and vivid black for an additional $750 for that. I know you guys are probably thinking, you know, something you got to get used to paying extra for vivid black. Atlas silver metallic is an additional $1,100. Blue burst, which was my favorite color last year, an additional $1,100 again. And a new color this year, brilliant red, also $1,100. Now, spicing it up a little bit, we have Iron Horse Metallic, which is brand new as well, $1,100. And the so anticipated, apparently crazy Mystic Shift. Mystic Shift. That is the paint color, and it is going to cost you a whopping $3,000. Now, supposedly it is going to be worth it. It is going to be very similar to the Snake Venom, I believe it is, and by that it means it's going to have 3 or 4 different colors, just kind of shift. So Mystic Shift is supposed to have, I think, blue, purple, and silver in it, I believe. So that's supposedly what it has in it. And I mean, when you think about custom paints, you could very easily be spending, I don't know, $5,000, maybe even more to get a custom paint job. So $3,000 is actually a bit of a bargain. So moving on, black trim, gonna cost you an additional $1,700, which no surprise there. And billiard gray is the same, vivid black's the same, additional $750. White onyx pearl looks really, really nice with the blacked out bike. Brilliant red, $1,100. Keep that in mind for these ones. Iron Horse Metallic, and same price. Purple Abyss Denim. This is also another color that was really anticipated, and I'm not a huge fan of denim, to be completely honest, but Purple Abyss, I mean, I'm going to wait until I see it in person. Looking at it online, I mean, you can say, yeah, it looks really cool, but I know from previous videos that I've made for you guys, it never pans out. What I see online, definitely not what I see in person when they're unloaded and uncrated, and not even just in the showroom, but outside and in the actual natural sunlight, they look completely different. So definitely interested in seeing that one when it arrives. And then we have some really spicy ones now. These ones are full custom paints, starting with Whiskey Firestorm, which is going to cost you an additional $3,800. Now, again, keep in mind, a custom paint job could very well cost you $3,000 or more. So to have this really crazy flame job on the bike, I mean, flames generally, I mean, we haven't seen those in quite a while. I think we saw them the last time, if I remember correctly, it was on a CVO trike. I don't remember how long ago that was, 2-3 years maybe. And I think we had flames on that one, and it looked really cool. And now we have flames again, Whiskey Firestorm. And then we have Midnight Firestorm, which, same price, $3,800. However, this is almost like Ghost Flames, if you will. It's all blacked out, vivid black base with like a charcoal, smoky flame graphic on it. Actually, I shouldn't say graphic because it is paint, but definitely a really cool design if that's what you guys are looking for. These are gonna, to me, I think these are going to be pretty popular. You know, yes, the basic metallics and, you know, glossy colors, they're gonna sell really well. But I think in the grand scheme of things, there is a huge demand for something really unique. And going through some of the older catalogs at work, you know, I saw a lot of those custom colors. They had pink and purple, and this year we have purple coming out. And so many paint sets had flames. So I think it makes sense that we bring those back out. And of course, Mystic Shift, $3,000 for that one. Kind of rounds this group out for the 2025 Street Glide. And I think we're looking pretty good. Security and cruise control are standard, and the transport, $1,000. It's a $50 increase. Not a huge deal there. So what do you guys think of the Street Glide? Leave a comment down below for me. And in the meantime, we will move on to the Road Glide, coming in at $34,649. And that price went up as well. However, it went up a little bit more, $2,600, $2,650. And so about $350 more than the Street Glide. And if I remember correctly, the Street Glide and the Road Glide used to be the exact same price, and now they're not. So they used to be $32,000 last year, and this year the Road Glide is slightly more money, which is not a huge deal. I mean, $350 is not a big deal, but maybe for someone, maybe it is a deal breaker. But in terms of the color options, obviously chrome trim, we've got the billiard gray, vivid black for an additional $750. We have Atlas silver metallic, so very comparable. Street Glide and Road Glide offering the same colors here. Blue burst, brilliant red, iron horse metallic, and mystic shift. And again, $1,100 for the fancy colors, and for the fanciest one, $3,000. Now, black trim, no price discrepancy here. It's exactly the same as the Street Glide, an additional $1,700. And the pricing stays the same for the rest of the colors. Billiard gray, vivid black, white onyx pearl, brilliant red, iron horse metallic, purple abyss denim, whiskey firestorm, midnight firestorm, mystic shift, and again, you know, that white onyx pearl is only available with the black trim, and it looks so good. I really like that color a lot. And of course, the whiskey firestorm and midnight firestorm are not available on the chrome, but they just look so much better, in my opinion, on the blacked out trim. So this year is throwing us some really good colors right now. Obviously, we don't have any new models. These are strictly carryover models, just the 3 of them in the Grand American Touring segment. However, you know, with what you're getting, I mean, we have had such an upgrade compared to the previous model, you know, with the STs, and now we have basically everything that the STs had, except now it's standard and still for a very good price. So people who are gonna say, well, you know, the prices went up. Yeah, but they also went down quite a bit as well. So we're still actually doing pretty good on price. So anybody who complains about price, now is not the time. Maybe I would give it another 2 years, maybe. Then the prices might actually be above comparably to what the 117s were worth originally. Then maybe we can start complaining about price again. But this year, no way. So that is it. The Road King Special, Street Glide, and Road Glide fancy colors are available. Road King Special, keep it a little bit of nostalgia going on, which I personally do appreciate. And I'm sure a lot of you are going to appreciate that as well. And if you do, leave a comment down below. And if you like this video, make sure to smash that like button so I know that it's working. Comments, questions, leave them down below for me. And of course, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to help the channel out, help it grow. I'll improve the video content. You know, this is just another year. You know, we're grinding. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing that for me. Really appreciate it. And I also appreciate you guys watching this video. So thank you very much, and I will catch you guys in the next one.